Hello again, and welcome back to Legally Cited. This is Jesse, and I am back for another early access game that I either forgot about or didn't know about, and saw that it came out a few days ago. As I'm recording this, we are looking at Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. So, the original Deep Rock Galactic is a cooperative first person shooter slash extraction game. Like you're in your dwarves and you're in these mines and you need to like kill bugs and like mine materials and try to escape without dying. And it turns out that that translates pretty well into a Vampire Survivors esque kind of overhead style game. I want to cover the original Vampire Survivors, but I don't know how single player friendly it is. I need to kind of look back into that as they've developed and fixed that game over time. I like the idea of it, but hopefully there are AI bots and things. But we're not talking about that in this video. We are talking about the early access version of Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. I have a lot to say about this one, actually. A lot of positives and a few suggestions slash criticisms for accessibility, low vision accessibility in particular. Like I said, I am legally blind, and I'm hoping to share this with the developers of the game, especially since it is in early access. I think a lot of what I'm having trouble with could be fixed reasonably well or reasonably easily. But yeah, so let's just go right into it here. The first thing that I will say is I like the dark background, the black background, white text of the menu items, the upgrade cards that you get. Pretty much the contrast of the UI is great. I do think the text, I think everything is a little bit small. And think about, especially nowadays, where it's not just people with low vision. Think about people playing this on a Steam Deck or one of the Windows handhelds, or if this is on other consoles. If you play this on like a PlayStation, whatever the heck that remote thingy is that they released last year. We want to make the text readable, and that can be hard. So before I go into play here, there is an upgrade screen. And so you have these different type of mine resources there that you can, tells you like how many you have. Again, text could be a little bigger. Contrast is great. But again, if you have horrible vision like I do, some kind of a text scaling or text size option, giving the option to make the text maybe what you might think comically large is actually what other people would need. So if the UI can handle it, I'd love to see that option. So, the other thing that I will say that I really like about this game, there's been a lot of Vampire Survivors clones out there in the last year and a half. This does a lot of that, but it sets itself apart from just like an endless, survival kind of game. This one, you actually have levels, you have objectives, you've got kind of a voiceover on the radio kind of telling you like, hey, there's something going on, we got an extra horde coming in, or we got clear the supply drop zone, or whatever it is. That's all great, and so I like the fact that they're finding a way to not just be another Vampire Survivors clone, but they're actually kind of making it unique. So let's go into play here. You've got different areas that you can play. The highlight on these isn't too bad. You can kind of, I can kind of tell which one is being highlighted pretty well. So we got that. Yeah. So again, so you got your levels here. You got mission objectives, and again, I'm not going to keep saying it, but like the text size, great contrast. Love to see bigger text options. I mean, menu narration, ultimately, I don't know if it's too late to even try this, but, like menu narration, like a lot of games are starting to add, both indie and AAA. Menu narration would be the ultimate wish list item for me as far as the UI goes. Because, like I said, like I see in a lot of videos, I struggle to read UI. That's where I have a lot of the most struggle. And if I can have text-to-speech narrate things for me, I can save my vision for actually playing the game and not have to struggle. So we're just going to go into the first area. We got different characters that we can be. Right now we're just going to play the main one here. It's going to be hard to kind of talk when I'm playing because this game is chaos, but we'll see. So let's go. I'm probably going to die. I suck at this game. Like, I like it, but I suck at it. But when I'm trying to commentate and explain and show things as well, expect me to die a lot in this video. But you get your stats, you get your starting weapon, you know, just like any other of these survival type of games, you get your... Okay, so you're getting dropped off.
Find the damn thing, destroy it.
Yeah, about that. So one of the main differences, you know, you're a dwarf, you can mine. So we can mine some of these resources. It auto fires. Now, the one thing that I would love to see immediately, one of the things that especially with the chaos that happens once things get heated, I would love to see my health be like Vampire Survivors had it above my character, right above. I'm looking at the center of the screen, especially if you have low vision. You know, I don't want to be distracted and try to, like, I can see the bar at the top of the screen really well just by glancing, but trying to look at things like, so looking at things like the mini map or anything down in the lower corners, I can't split my attention to that. So, you know, that was a really nice thing, is I could easily know where my health was in Vampire Survivors because the health was right above my head. Now you could do that like, you know, a bar above your head. You could do it, you know, like a round circle that, you know, like a circular thing around your feet that depletes. So however artistically you want to do it. But that really helps. The other thing, I mentioned mission objectives. I'm using this time for the upgrades here to talk a little bit. The other main problem that I have visually with this game is, again, things are always ramping up in like chaos level, basically. There's always more bugs, there's big bugs, there's craziness happening everywhere the longer you go. And as I said, splitting my attention between the game and a tiny mini map in the upper left hand corner that's kind of hard to see for me as it is. There are a lot of RPGs, especially multiplayer RPGs, think of them, where like you have like a white circle or like different colored circles. Like let's say you have I think like the X-Men Legends games did it, you know, where you had like multiple players, and so you had different colored circles. Maybe you had a white, a yellow, a blue circle around your feet. And what I would love to see is, rather than needing to look at the mini map in the corner, I would love to see, like, let's say like a little circle around your feet, and then on the outside of the circle, you know, you have a colored arrow that just moves around the outside of the circle, and it would point toward active objectives. So if you hear something on the radio, which we'll likely hear momentarily, a supply drop is ready, but you need to clear the area first. So there'll be a place where they want to drop a supply crate for you, but there is a bunch of rock in the way, so you got to mine it out of the way, clear the space so they can drop it. So just having that arrow around the circle, and it just, you know, kind of spins around like a compass, and it goes, whoop, okay, it's pointing up and to the left. Okay, so if I want to go toward that objective, I can. Maybe even having, you know, I don't know if there are ever two objectives at a time, but you could have give the player in the options menu, give them the customization option to say, if you have, let's say, a primary and a secondary objective, what color arrow do you want the primary objective to be? What color arrow do you want the secondary objective to be? That way, if you're tracking two things at a time, oh, I know that my red one is my primary and my white one is secondary, or my white one or my blue one is primary and my yellow one is secondary, whatever they switch it to. That would be extremely helpful, because if you complete all of your main objectives in this, so like I said, these are level based, it's not endless. You're going deeper down into levels of these mines. But once you complete your objective, you're given, what, 30 seconds to find the little module that we got dropped off in. And if you don't get to that in time, your game is over. Your run is over. And you're just left behind. You keel over, and that's it. And so, like I said, it's hard for me to kind of look at the map, dodge enemies at the same time, and keep track of everything. Having that arrow around my feet pop up and go, oh, your exit is to the left, and just having that option to, having an option to let those arrows always be there. Give people the ability to turn them off, like if they don't want that and they just want to look at the mini map, that's fine. But having the option to toggle those sort of nav assist arrows on. Going one step further, if you ended up adding menu narration, if you had the visual arrow compass at your feet, maybe there could be a kind of a repeated beep or audio tone or something that would also indicate, if somebody's wearing headphones, this could be made blind playable, because if you hear something sort of maybe higher in pitch and to your left, you know that you need to move up and to the left on your play area, on your level. When the beeping is right in the middle of your soundscape, and it's kind of like middle pitch, you know that your objective is kind of right in the middle of the screen where you are. Down and to the right, maybe a lower pitch, and then in your right ear. But just thinking about that, like if you already add the visual compass arrow thing, I would think you could add just like an audio layer to it as well. Just make sure it's stereo panning really well. And if you have like a repeated or, like a repeating tone, you could adjust it in pitch to indicate up or down. And then, left and right obviously would be the balance of your stereo balance. And I think a lot of this could be made accessible to blind players even. And like I said, if the menus were narrated, I could use my D-pad or analog stick here, and I could select my cards. Or in the menu, I could go to my upgrades and select which upgrade I wanted. So I know I paused it a lot here for this upgrade, but like I said, there's so much to mention. And the more I talk about it, the more I actually have these little ideas that I think would work really, really well. So those are some of the core gameplay things that I have trouble with. I guess audio-wise, if you did implement that, you might need some other type of sound effect to like indicate again, maybe pitch and left and right balance for your red ore or specialty ore that you can mine, so that a blind player could tell, like, oh, if I go up and to the right here, there's some of this red, I don't know what it is, but this red, what is it, like sugar ore or something, where I can regain some health back if I mine it. So, and I would totally, again, these are some suggestions. I would be totally willing to work with the developer on if they have any questions, if, they need any help with fine-tuning these areas some more. I and other people would be glad to help. So, let's finally take a look at our upgrades here. So again, for me, the text is really kind of small. But once I learn the pictures, I can kind of tell what they are. I think the left one is what, reload speed? Or I'm not sure what that is. Let's see, 33%. Yeah, okay, yeah, reload speed. I think the next one is like moving speed. And the third one, okay, damage. Yeah, I gotta get really, really close, and even then it's kind of hard to see. What do I want? I kind of want reload speed. All of these are good, because I move so damn slow right now. Yeah. Let's go damage, just because we really need to be able to destroy stuff. And, you know, again, visually, one thing I absolutely do like, look at this experience, these experience orbs. They are glowy, they stand out against the dark background. That is fantastic. So I absolutely love that. Okay, so we got damage again. We've got... yeah, the middle one is a little harder for me to read with that light contrast there. You know, fire rate is not a bad idea. I really want to be able to... I want to be able to just dump when I'm able to fire. So let's go ahead and mine some of this stuff here. So again, look at how tiny that map is in the upper left-hand corner. I cannot split my attention. So here's that red ore. Here's that red or whatever thing here.
Swarm detected.
And so I can get health with that. If you were doing audio design for this, a blind player would need to know that's there. Even just having like a low ambient sound to let you know where the experience orbs are. Status effects. Fire rate. You know what? I want reload speed because we definitely need some lesser cooldown here. I got dudes on my tail here. I want to loop around so I can get that experience, because it doesn't seem like it disappears, which is good. Oh yeah, there we go. Uh-oh, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Get me away from you. Uh-oh. I'm so dead. Oh, good God, thank you. Thank you for blowing that up. I thought I was toast. Do I want the shotgun? Do I want... do I want like a rifle thing? Yeah, you know, let's go with the shotgun. Let's... Oh, that was dumb. Okay, let me... Yeah, exactly. Okay, let me get these experience here. And there are borders. Like I said, this is not just an endless... You can go in endlessly in whatever direction you want. You're in an actual level. Okay, so I did... Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, you're a biggin too. Yeah, reload. Let's do that. I'm really gonna die soon. Look at that thing chasing me. That thing is gnarly looking. Oh, come on, I didn't even see those guys because of the ground. Really? Let me see. I'm just looking for some health. See, though, I think that mine up there, I think that's actually currency, which I do want, but I really want health, and I just want to stay away from these fools for a while longer. If I can just kind of keep... Oh, dear. Oh, no. If I can keep making circles... Oh, here's my... And I already died. See, that circle right there, that was the land, or the supply drop zone. So that didn't go well. Let's see if I can do a little better. We'll just choose all defaults here.
It's dreadnought time, miner. Find the damn thing, destroy it.
Yeah, about that. Okay, so that's just the border. Yeah, I really love how the experience orbs stand out. That is just stellar contrast right there. It's bright, it's glowy. I love that. Okay, so we've got... Let's do this while I can. And there are upgrades to improve your mining speed as well, which can be handy. Yeah. Reload speed. I thought about getting just the general speed increase, because Lord knows, when you gotta get out of Dodge, you gotta...
Prepped and ready, Miner. We need you to clean up the landing zone.
Right, so now I've got an objective, and if I don't want to look at the compass, or if I can't look at the compass super well, again, I would love to have my health above my head or something. Maybe have like a circle under my feet with an arrow on the outside to go, hey, go this way, now that you have an objective introduced. But now I'm kind of just going to wander around until I hopefully find it. Which is not always good, because again, the longer I play, the more chaotic things get, and it would be in my best interest to get to that landing site, or I keep calling it landing site. It would be in my best interest to get to that supply point as soon as I can, so that I can deal with it before there's too many dudes around and I can't even get to it anymore, because there's just so much going on. So I'm just going to cruise around these. So I'm kind of trying to use also these little bits of rock, trying to use them as like to kind of filter the enemies around so they can chase me and not beeline right to me. Yeah, let's do fire rate. Oh, come on, really? Okay. Where the hell is that supply drop? And I'm hitting everything right now. I'm not paying as much attention as I should. I apologize. Okay, so here we go. Here's our supply drop. This time there's not much there. Okay, so drop it. There we go. Okay, let me grab it. Okay, what can we get? Yeah, I wish these were easier for me to see. I will say that Windows Magnifier does work. So if I really wanted to, I could, but then again, you're always like, I'm using the controller. So it's like, then put the controller down, turn magnifier on, look at it, turn it off. I don't know.
I rarely go for this one.
Okay, if you say so, buddy.
Next time.
What, I already died? Wow. Yeah, like I said, I was taking a lot of hits earlier, so... And I don't know if enemies drop health at all, or if the only way you can get health...
Crystalline, I'll try on hazard.
I don't know if you can only get them by mining, or if enemies will sometimes drop health in addition to experience. If they don't, I would appreciate, that would be a really nice thing to add. I mean, I think I would like that. Because the red ore or whatever, that seems to be in fairly short supply, so you really can't afford to screw up. At least what I've found so far. Of course, when I get leveled up and everything, and I have just endless number of weapons and upgrades, I can just start being I can start massacring. But until I get there, the early game is rather. I gotta be really careful.
We have a supply pod prep for you. We need the LZ clear.
Yeah, about that. So I'm not sure where it is. I'm just gonna run around. See, the problem is if I'm just running around, I'm not getting a lot of experience either. So I need to target my... you got to balance a lot of things. You got to balance your mining, and you got to balance killing enough enemies so that you can get your XP, but then you also want to get to your objectives as quickly as possible. So again, I like the variation to the Vampire Survivors formula. Like, I like what they're doing here. I really do. I just think there's a... Whoa, hi, how you doing? Holy balls! That hurt a lot. I'm probably dead. You know what? I'm going to use this magnet thing here and hopefully get some more XP. And I need some freaking health is what I need desperately right now. I'm going to die again. I told you guys I would suck at this game. But I'm really just trying to be, again, very as informative as I can, because as I was playing this last night, oh, here we go. As I was playing this last night, I'm like, God, I really like the idea of this game. I want to like this game, but there are just some things that are preventing me from playing it well. And again, this is an early access, so, you know, theoretically, the devs might be able to implement some of these things. May as well try, right? I have no frickin' idea where my... Oh, for God's sake, I'm running into everything again! Wow. Well, we got a bunch of ore, but that's fine and dandy, but... Uh-oh. That's fine and dandy, but, oh, yeah, now we got... Look at that big old frickin' moth thing, or whatever the frick that is after me. I really need a health power-up. Where's some friggin' health? I need... Oh, frick. Get away. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm dead.
My yearly bonus.
There goes your life, sir. You know, oh, okay. Well, I unlocked something else. What did I unlock here? Okay. I don't think I really need to play much more than that to kind of... That should give you an idea what the gameplay is like, despite me sucking horribly. Yeah, I keep Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. Really like what they're doing here, and I think again with a few tweaks and possible options and customizations, this could be even a lot more accessible for low vision and possibly even blind players. So anyway, hope the video was helpful. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a like if you did. Follow me on Twitter at BGFH79, twitch.tv/illegally-cited, illegally-cited.com, and right here on YouTube. Until next time, I will chat with everybody again later.